Welcome to Beyond Time at Gladstoneberry Radio 432 with Maestro Ejecat Tezcatlipoca. Today, I ask, as we travel through no time, take a deep breath. Close your eyes and let yourself flow. Let everything be released from the past. The words, the events, the past, far distant thought. Whatever happened within your workday or the struggles of your life, family, friends, and those who may not appear to be your friends. Let it all go. Let it all go so that all the pains may be released of stress and healed once again. You feel as you let the feels from the universe, from the multiverse, come down slowly, gradually through your being, flowing down, settling every cellular element within your body, going through your head, coming down your crown chakra, past your eyes, like a veil that is covering you completely. Below your mouth, through your vertebrae and your lungs, clearing your lungs, relaxing your shoulders, your arms, your elbows, your hands, your fingertips, down, traveling down below all your organs, down to your hips and your center body, genitalia, all the way down your legs, your knees, the back of your lower legs to your ankles, and reaching down to your feet, the roots of your entire tree body as they touch the Mother Earth, and out goes all the completion of the elimination of all the stress. Let it go. Let Mother Earth absorb it. She'll put it back in line. Relax. Relax. And look up into the sky, and you'll see a bright white light leading you directly to to the center of your universe, which in turn will spiral and lead you onto the multiverse, traveling through no time, traveling into mid-space and endless existence. As you see the change in the path of your travel, you move forward and on, and let the stars pass before you and say hello as you see any familiar stars or planets, as they go on through their cycles and show their beauty in unison like a dance, like we do or should be when we're here on Earth plane, and yet out in space in no time reality we expand ourselves and remember the beauty when we look up at the precious, luminous Venus, representing a beautiful woman who lights the entire night. It guides us in our path, our walk. We travel from east to west. No, we didn't use compasses. We had the stars. They would let us know where we were going. We were never lost. Like the spirals in the sky, as they turn and send the illumination in the perpendicular direction and appear from afar to be no different than space vehicles that man recreates unconsciously from his dreams as they enter in the night, which comes to all of us if we open ourselves and let ourselves see another reality that's real, in reality. And we ask ourselves, is this true? Did I see the spiral in the sky? Did the grandmother speak to me? Did I hear the elders and their words? Yes, you did. They're always there, speaking to you, waiting for you to ask them questions. The dream world, this other reality, which is no less real than the physical existence. For from this reality comes your music, your ideas, your vibrations, your thoughts, your poems, your words, everything new, invention. They're all there. You make this, you listen. When you wake up at 3 a.m. every night, sometimes have a pad next to you and write it down, so you'll remember that it really did happen. Through the patterns of your creativity flow and grow. As in your world, measure. That's what you call time. But worry not of time, for it is something created by man. That is not you. You're beyond You do not exist in time. You're from a different world. And not even a world, from a different reality, from a multiverse, not a universe, which is one verse. You have multiverses, many realities, many ways of seeing, many ways of being. You measure from a different point of view, not the limited view that man has created, which has caused stress and enslavement of his own existence, and the death due to his stress, even to his own brothers and sisters and families. This all has to end. And we end it by realizing there is no time. There is one thing we all share, and that is each other, the vibrations, existence, something we call the little field, and that is the light that we all have, the light that we all share and touch each other with, the light that brings the vibration of fulfillment, of clear innocence, of clear understanding, of clear giving of love, the light that feels like a fresh breath of air, like water as it comes into your throat and you just take it in without resistance. Love, we call that, the healer of all. You receive it. And when we look out into the multiverse and see the multicolored spirals, billions of them, as they extend themselves out into infinity, where we can no longer see with the physical existence. But if we allow ourselves to travel, we'll see there is no end, as there is no time. There is no beginning. That was formulated by man, who created a limitation, and that's why he has no answer for his problems. Allow yourself to expand and see what can be seen, and you will see that you can see the unseen as it has always existed, until man decided that everything was physical and nothing else. That is man's limited sight created by his physical ideology. We didn't come from there. We won't stay there. And none of us are enslaved in that physical existence. All you need to do, close your eyes, let yourself go, and you'll see yourself rise above the earth. You'll see how beautiful it is. But not only that, you'll see how beautiful all the other entities are, and how they have all survived for an endless period of existence. I not say time, but We do not measure in time because time is limited. We measure in energy, frequencies, each of which we receive the healing, the creative, the calming, the enjoyment, the love. It's all birth. It's all a frequency of existence that has yet to be understood by the elementary minds of man, which is now growing, and many of us understand it. No, we've not heard it, we think, but just as has been written and spoken of many times. It's never been popular. It's never been allowed. It's been brought sidetracked by man's need for his own ambitions, to close our eyes by creating tragedies that have destroyed many and created emotional distress. Let it go. Let it go. It's all a lie, as the Mayans say. It's an illusion. Thought comes to you. If you give it formulation, it exists. Do not, it is gone. The day I walk, after years of laying in bed, I thank the Wicca Yolot Lawantli, who has healed me, who has brought the light to my understanding, who has brought the light from the cosmos, so that I may see and let these pains out of my existence with my own thoughts. As in truth, the interruption of my thoughts created these pains, as do the interruption of your thoughts create yours. Once you decide you can't take it anymore, it's normal. It's okay. All you need to do is keep traveling. Keep your other eyes open. Let the multiverse exist in your being. Let yourself flow. Let yourself breathe the other realities. Let them become part of your life. No, you needn't take anything for them. All you need to do is use your own mind, your own eyes when your eyes are closed, with the background of the music of the universe, its colors, its heartbeat, the words that send your imagination far beyond the depths of limitation and extend themselves into the reality where out here in space, where there is no time, I see what appears to be the explosions as I travel toward them, and They are just that. I see. But once I get close, I realize there's space between everything. The light travels around me. It changes colors, and I go through it as if it was invisible, as if they were opening the doors for me to pass. And I look behind me, and I see the nebula still there, in full view, completion of existence. And thus I traveled through what man has taught to be time. And still, it exists, and still I went through, and still I was not destroyed. As I, like every other morsel of existence, of energy, travels in this large space that we know of, this infinite. Enough space for all of us to travel on our own. Don't need to buy a ticket. No gas is wasted. We are healed, given in return peace of mind, peace of body, healing of self, journey, no time existence, where there is no war, only life, where everything's alive. The stars, even the stones, they all have a life of their own. When they decide to land somewhere, they'll have a different life. And there, they may have eggs inside that may grow to become, who knows, a butterfly or a human being, a flower, or another stone. But everything has life. Just as Mother Earth has shown us in the codices, many a time in many codices, the destruction of man that has come to Earth many times. And in some, as it says, the Tezcatlipoca, the carnal and the conscious Tezcatlipoca, the red and the black Tezcatlipoca, speak to one another and say, without you, there's the carnal to the conscience. I am out of balance, and vice versa. That's the in this world, where there is no conscience, where the body does not connect itself with it, then the imbalance creates the lack of maintenance of their mother, the earth. And so when it gets to a certain point, when she gets to a certain point, she rejuvenates to put everything back in order and throws man off like flies, or buries them, giving them a chance to be reborn. It's all part of a cycle. We live in cycles. Like Venus, who has 8 years completed cycle around the Earth. Like the cycles of the moon and the 13-year period, or the 13 moons every 5 years. And the numbers only show you that the cycles are real. And so sometimes we see 1111 or 333 or 666. or 18 divided by 3. And all these numbers that people wonder, is this just some magic? No, it's called measurement, but it's not called time. Measurement that man chooses, which is there, which shows the patterns of existence and its cycles. Man too has that cycle, so we travel. We travel out as we relax and enjoy the auroras in the sky as they change colors, and listen to the music that passes before us. Yes, we have distance to travel. We have places to go. Maybe other planets, as we know of millions of planets, probably more, that are exactly like ours, where life could exist exactly like ours, which may be advanced or less than ours, which matters none. What matters, where are you? Where did you come from? Why are you here? Where are you going? What are you doing? Are you creating beauty and happiness, stability in your life, in your children, in those that you encounter, in Mother Earth, to all that surrounds you and all you touch, all you see and all you speak? Or are you just seeing what you can use without even thinking? We always say, whatever you put out is what you get back. So let's make it beautiful. We can do that. It's just a matter of doing it. So we move forward. We relax at this moment. We rest. And we watch the light show in the beautiful arena for us called the existence of life. With simple understandings like that we are a universe too. We have many microorganisms inside of us, molecules, chemicals, and elements. When they look out from their eyes, they look at the expanse, and some of them actually probably wonder, like, wow, this looks unlimited. How big is it? They never even get out before our bodies disintegrate. They don't even know they're disintegrated. They're just floating in their existence. And maybe they depend on us. And we change form and they change form. Like everything else. Everything changes form. There's only one constant in reality. And that is change. For sure, we all change, like it or not. It's not a bad thing. But you know, we do have a choice how we're going to change. As you say, or as they say, We reap what we sow. We sow what we reap. One of the two. Either way, you can look at it both ways. Because everything has an in and an out. Everything has a positive and a negative. While there's an explosion, there's an implosion. While there's a solid, there's a liquid. While there's a thunder, there's a silence. While there's a lightning, there's the darkness. While there's the fast speed, there's the slow flowing motion. And all within itself, traveling at the speed necessary, the vibration necessary for its existence. For all has a purpose, as you do. All has a thought before it happens. And thus, everything happens within its own thought, therefore meaning its own soul, as you do. So I ask you, what is your soul saying? What is it doing? What's its purpose? As complicated as we think that we are the only complicated beings, I guess you've never considered how complicated the star is. Or a planet. People think it's just stone. What does it actually take for this planet to be alive so you could exist? Quite complicated, isn't it? Likewise, it is for all other planets, all other entities, not only here in what you call a universe, in what I call a multiverse, in what we call all realities. How would you like it? Hot or warm? Medium or rare? It's all in the calling. It's all in the formulation of the patterns that you create on the woven blanket, on the frame in which the brushes in your palette decide to flow, commanded by your fingertips and the thoughts in your own mind. Some of us who are runners, when we run distance, some short distance, some fast, some long, and you say, this is part of my existence. As the wind flows before me, as I sing to the four elements, the earth, the water, the wind, the sun, or as you might say, the fire, the water, the wind, the earth. It's all the same. Sometimes we look out into space and we see an eye, or it appears to be an eye. Is it really an eye? Can I go through it? We see a universe. We ask, how solid is it? Would I burn out there? Did we really go to Venus? They say that they've gone down below the clouds and found out there's land. Some say they've seen between the clouds, they've seen buildings. And some have said There's life in Mars, which we have seen with our cameras, but not NASA covers it up. Or others which say there's buildings on the moon. I ask you, what's the relevance of it? If we can't keep peace in our own home, in our own lives, do you really think that if you run away, problems will go away? You create what you have around you. Until we change how we see things, how we perceive things, things won't change. So we have to change how we look at everything. We have to think positive. Love is one of them. Think of consideration of how you treat them, how the men treat the women, and how the women treat the men, how you treat your children. How many children have we walking in the streets with no mother, with much anger? How did that happen? You know why. Negligence on behalf of societies, of families, of mothers, of fathers, of brothers, of sisters, of abuse, of manipulation, of lack of consideration between one and another, of ego, thinking of yourself and no one else. All of that has to change. It's time, my brothers and sisters, for all of us to change. No one's perfect. I'm not. I've learned to continue to look at myself, where I'm at. Know that I'm not perfect. And I'm willing to listen to my brother tell me so, and my sister. But I do know one thing. Keep my eyes open, my eyes, to see how much better I can do tomorrow than today. And keep perfecting myself, elevating, being, simply maybe by being more considerate of something that I didn't do yesterday. We can all do that. It is not so complicated. You don't need a PhD to live life. We all do it. We don't need a government, a church, a police, someone we call God. We can do it ourselves. Yes, you have that availability. No one here was born truly innocent. We know what's going on. That's why children cry, because things are not right. You need attention and guidance. We know, we've known that before we came here. And if we leave and come back, we'll still know. And when we leave, we'll know. And when we're leaving, we'll know. But when people leave, because they can't stand it anymore. There's no surprise there's many accidents and illnesses, because people can't stand it, while others don't mind if they leave because they think they'll have more space. They're wrong. When you leave a space, there's no one to take care of the child, and that leaves the responsibility to you. Great. You'll have a world, multiply more problems for you to deal with. So you could go ahead and pray that other people die so you could have more space. But in truth, you're also going to have more work. You need to be careful what you ask for, because you may get it. Yes. And that's not a bad thing either, because we're all here to learn, and so are you. We give thanks to the multiverse for its spatial existence, so we can be out and travel and relax. Know that we have a place to go. All we have to do is shut off the electronics. All of them. All the beeping things and the humming things. Maybe, and the neighbor's noise. And if that doesn't go, maybe it's time to move out. Move out of town. Go somewhere else where it's peaceful. There is no rest. All we have to do is go for it. Arms wide open calling us. The lie from those who say you have to stay home. As if you're self-imprisoning yourself. By listening to only these people who say, we can think and we can speak, and there's ways to speak. We find that way. We start small. We start with those who we know. We look for those who think the same as we do. And as we walk, we strengthen everything, including making sure we have the freedoms to communicate, the freedom to travel. There are other truths in life than what has been given to us. It's not the fault of any government or existence, because as we grow, we all have to change to assist in growth that is happening where it is that it may be going. We can do it. Why not? So we flow. As we're up, no time, space. We relax. We look around us. We can see everything as it changes to clouds sometimes. Cloudiness is just another veil that we're traveling through. Because as we go through it, we find it passes right around us. Colors. And beyond it, we get to see other realities, other existences that exist, that have always existed, that we had never seen, because the cloud veil was always there, and we welcome it without fear, because nothing will happen to us. Even as we say, we go beyond this point of what we call the physical limits, and it gives us what we call the physical death. Our body will burn and disintegrate, but our existence still remains floating through no time. our mind, our thought. We will decide to reformulate ourselves when we're ready into another physical existence. When we see that light that attracts us and says, this is the place. Let's go look at it. It's calling us. And we go. And we learn. And we convey a message or two that you are here, available to do so, as I am. Brothers and sisters, from the same Mother Earth, from the same multiverse, from the same ocean, from the same mountains, in the same physical form, with the same availability to care for one another, love each other, and experience the beauty that exists around us. Yes, we all have to work. That's part of life for everything. There's not one creature that's in the physical that doesn't have to work to survive. Not one. So what's the problem? We create our own problems because we have nothing else to do, because we're bored, because we're too rich in material, and we just can't make a choice because we decided to be confused and not realize the beauty, or someone didn't teach us. Well, no, it's all there for you to take and do what you will and make the best of it, because it doesn't matter how many times you marry. If you blew the relationship, you blew it. Or if you decided to get into it and didn't open your eyes, well, you got it. Yes, we receive what we receive by the decisions that we made, whether we came to a planet or an life existence that we didn't investigate before we got there. It's still all our fault, but it's okay. It's part of the lesson of learning, because everything is medicine. Everything. When we move through timeless space, even here, sitting on the bus, watching everyone living in their own reality, asking ourselves, I wonder what this person does. I wonder what they're reading. I wonder how they feel. Sometimes you can see, sometimes you can't feel. Sometimes you can't really help because you don't know how. You can learn, you can feel, and you can talk. They're only humans just like you. In truth, they feel just like you. In truth, they need just like you. We're just waiting for someone to come and communicate to them. But whatever, and you let it go. You let it flow. You will see everything will get bright. Spirals will come toward you, bright and strong, with strength showing you geometric beauty of the cycle of existence in many forms. That's what you are. You are a multiverse of many existences. As you travel and give and receive and take when necessary, not and unnecessary. And you will see as the snowflakes will fall upon you and say hello, melt into your body. Go back. Moist, give you moisture. If that happens, we thank you. It's okay. Everything happens for a reason. Even accidents. But we go on to life. We give thanks. We say, this is my space. Here I stand. And from here, I see. But even then, I can move. Even though I'm in the physical existence. For this is merely part of my truth. Keep flowing. Keep going. Divide into more than one. We have many perspectives of ourselves, positive and negative. And we walk the line. Where we understand both sides and decide what has to be placed into the existence of this cycle of your return to whatever place you are, as no place is the same. Not on the earth, not in school, not in church, not in government, not in anywhere in the multiverse or the universe. No, every place has a different perspective, and every perspective is valid. Whether you call it religion, race, or physical or non-physical existence. Just a different point of view. But it's all valid. And yet, it all affects everything else around it. Even that stuff that isn't the same. Religion affects everything, and so does non-religion. Governments affect everything, so does the lack of government. We affect everything. And what's around us all affects us too. But we have feet. We have arms. Mouth to talk, eyes to see, the hands to formulate, and feet to go. And we use all of that to decide where to place this physical existence so I can do my job, whatever I'm here for. So yes, we have a little bit of calculation to do, not much. Move on. But we have to walk with our eyes open. Meaning, keep an eye on everything and what's going on around you and everyone. Once you do that, you'll see, oh, life is not what I expected. Actually, it actually has possibilities. And I'm the one that makes the possibilities a reality. So we move along with realities. And we make them flow. And we say, you want to visit that planet over there? I think it's time for me to take a flight. What I do. And as I go, keep flowing. In the process, on my way there, who knows what I might meet, or who, or what new thought may come into my being. It's all good, I tell you. It's all beautiful. It's all part of your reality. Nothing's wrong with you. Whether you have pain or pleasure, nothing's wrong with you. It all came to you for a reason. That reason is resolved, replayed, rejuvenated, quantified, recontracted, re-recorded. Everything flexible. All you have to do is to apply. And then do. Not maybe. Not try. Not I think. No. Reach your goal. Wherever it was you decided you were planning, you'll see will come right before your own path. As you gradually formulate the rejuvenated self, the new beast, the new being, the new way, the new path, just like the making of a universe. It's like the forming of the star. You are the star. You are the light. You shine from within because you received one day a lightning came down and gave life to your body. You are that light. When you smile, and when you formulate the inner existence and the realization of all that you are and can be, you realize, wow, I can do anything, and I can move forward, and I can enjoy life, and I don't have to listen to those other people. Because it's not my problem, it's their problem. They're the ones that created it. Move forward. Keep moving forward. And watch. The vision inside of you, the light shines out. Listen. Right, in all directions, in your center of being, igniting giving light to your brothers and sisters to show that you are light, and so are they. We are all here together, more light. Translate it as you like, as you wish. Remember, the responsibility, love, compassion, respectability, love, we receive the same. That's what we do. Create a beautiful life ahead of us in all forms possible. Time that all ills will fall behind. The only ills that exist is the ones that we create. Move forward. Move forward we go. And we say, let the clouds fall, let the rain go, let the wind blow beyond the mountains. We find ourselves flying. Flying as we go through the valleys like the flying birds. The entities flying birds. You see everything. What it really is. In between the cities, the valleys, the beauty and the ugliness, because there's both. And decide where to go and know what we have to do to be there. Maintaining our own protection. Not going alone, of course. Why would you want to go alone somewhere when you're not sure it's safe? And even then, sometimes we have to take precautions. It's okay. We're brothers and we keep an eye on one another. So we move along. And we say to ourselves, slowly we go, step by step, inch by inch, into the flow of the beauty and growth where the hummingbirds live and give color to all the flowers, to all the beauty, where the rainbow grows beyond that, goes up into the sky, giving color to all those minds that could see it, so that they could place it on their palette and give color to everything else. Those same hummingbirds, after you've planted your seeds, will come back and they'll take the honey, and in the walking from flower to flower to flower, like the bees, they too pollinate the flowers so they can grow. And like that, they have a job. And you do too. The difference is you have a physical job. You have one a little bit higher, spiritual job. To communicate your thoughts that will multiply for better existence in the future. They just have to pollinate the flowers. So those flowers could give us energy through the happiness that flowers give and the beauty, so that we may maintain our existence of knowledge that there is beauty, and pass it on with our words or handing a flower to someone. Giving a love expression. That's okay. You love everyone. Everyone loves flowers. Some people are just thought, I can't have a flower because I'm a man. Well, that is not. If they can enjoy a woman who's beautiful, why can't they enjoy a flower? And so we come back and we go down. We realize that here on the earth, we land and we grow. And we make things be the way that will create peace for the next 7 generations and beyond. This is Eheka Tezcatlipoca. Speaking from the field of conscious awareness. I may be contacted at ehekatezcatlipoca@gmail.com, and I, like you, will travel in the direction of the light. As the beauty flows on into the future. Tasukamate, Ipanemoane, Ometeo.